Can you guys see that? Now it's bouncing around a little bit. Who knows what this is? You, sir, in the top hat. What is it? I'm saying a little louder. What did he say?
Hair jig.
Oh, close, not a hair jig. You, sir. It's kind of a cube. Hold on, who else? You, sir. Harry does. You in the back. Sorry, the little kid behind you. What is it? Good enough. We'll call it fuzzy dice. Come see me later. I'll give you a jig, okay? Fuzzy dice. You guys ever heard of this? How many of you have ever seen this? How many? Now, I want to be honest. Hands up. How many have thrown this? Actually thrown. Hands up. Real high. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not counting you. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So 5 over there. Okay. So listen, guys. No, in all seriousness, yes, it's funny. This bait has been kind of like a trending thing, and I'm not big into trends, okay? The nice thing about bass fishing, especially finesse fishing, is you want to throw something different, you want a different presentation. It's not always the lure, a lot of it's the presentation. The presentation on this is very unique, but there's a science behind it. 2 different types of research science studies I'm going to tell you about. 1, bass have memory, okay? And that's going to work against you or work with you, depending on what's going on. So bass have something called lure memory and lure memory by association. And what that means, lure memory, obviously it's what it is. They see a lure enough times, they remember it hurt them, they ain't gonna bite it again. Simple, right? How many of you experienced that? Yeah, you haven't caught fish, right? So what happens is the more you throw a lure in a body of water, the less fish are going to bite it. It has been studied, it has been proven, they have some sort of memory. What you guys don't what I thought was surprising, there's actually something called lure memory by association. We have a bass that has been throwing the same lure all the time. We have a new bass that's naive, has never seen the lure. He's in a school with this bass. That lure comes into play. That bass that knows that lure will shy away from it. What do you think the other bass is going to do? You think he's going to eat it? If he gets to it first, he might eat it. Most of the time, that fish is not the confident fish. The one that has seen the lure will approach the lure first and shy away. The other bass will do the same. He will now learn lure memory by association. Not good for those of us who like to throw the same thing the same way all the time. And it doesn't necessarily mean changing color. Sometimes changing color works, but a lot of times you have to change the presentation or change the lure. Lucky for you, I'm showing you a lure that they have a memory of from when they were little fry. When the bass comes out of the egg, they are microscopic, they're little fry. Are they eating minnows? Are they eating crayfish? Can anybody tell me what they're eating as fry when they're little? Anybody can tell me? Plankton. Protozoa, phytoplankton, zooplankton. Thousands of different species of this. Microscopic. What does it look like under a microscope? This is exactly what it looks like. Look it up, Google it. It looks like a little fuzzy dice or a little ball with little hairs coming out of it. The bass have a memory. How many of you guys are throwing this? I saw 3 hands. So the bass don't see it. When they start to see this out there, they have an innate, instinctive nature to eat it. So there's a science behind it. Now when I read the science, I was like, okay, this isn't funny anymore. When it comes to this type of bait and that science behind it with the memory, nobody's throwing it, I found an opportunity. I found a window. As a tournament fisherman, I have to sometimes think outside the box. And I didn't believe it at first. I actually was given 2 packs last year at the show. I threw them in a box and said, it's nice. Forgot about them. I got about 15 million other things I can throw, and I'm going to go back to what I know. I struggled last year. I had a lot of bass who did not want to eat around my boat. And I finally one day said, you know what, I've had enough. I'm throwing it out there. I said, I got to go finesse because nothing's eating anything. I'll throw it on a drop shot, see what happens. Is that a bite?
Yeah, you had it.
Did I have a fish? How long did that take? How many dice baits do you think this fish has seen? Only mine. I'm the only one throwing them in this tank. Something about it. They're not hungry. They have an innate ability. They want to bite this thing. Why do they want to bite it? Have they seen it before? Because they haven't. The last time they saw it was when they were little. and they need to eat it. And again, remember, it's finesse, so it's really small, and it's just a snack, just enough for them to get a little bite, and that's all I need to hook the fish. Fuzzy dice. Now here's the problem. I'm telling everybody about it. Now what's gonna happen? Everybody's gonna be throwing it. Maybe, maybe not. Well, you guys are in luck today because we have a gentleman here who actually makes them. Now granted, there are a lot of companies now, if you've noticed on the back when you go over to Fish Tech, you're gonna see an entire aisle and a bunch of displays of Yamamoto, Strike King, Depths, they're all making it. They're all making their version of the dice. Well, I found a gentleman locally who makes it in St. Charles. PJ Combs of Blind Guy Baits. He makes over 130 different colors. He can put rattles in it for you. He can put scent in it for you. And he's the one who actually gave me the baits last year. And because he gave me the baits, I went back to him and said, I'm going to try these. Here's the crazy part. I did really well in a tournament with these, and unfortunately it was a little late in the year, and later on, these fish stopped eating it because it was changing the times, changing the year, temperatures, they were moving on to swimming baits. But this is the kind of bait you want to bring out, as you can see, when the time gets tough. Here's the problem. Everything likes them. Bluegill, perch, white bass, everything little, rock bass. I don't need those fish, I need bass. So you can say, well, Violet, it's such a great bait, why don't you just throw it all the time? Well, also, I gotta sit there and wait. It's gotta be very targeted. I can't cover a lot of water with it. Sometimes I don't know where the fish are. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say, okay, I'm gonna go around until I find a fish or two, maybe throw some moving baits, search around, or see them on my live scope. Then I'll say, okay, I have a target, I'm gonna go finesse. Now, if they don't bite anything else, that's the best time. He's still hanging on. There's no hook on these guys. There's no hook on this. Okay? So what I usually use it for is I'm in an area, like say I'm in a pond, or say you're on a river or on a lake, and you're like, I know there's gonna be fish there, it's a very fishy spot, nothing's hitting, I'm gonna throw this, and I'm gonna now do it with a fine-tooth comb, and I'm gonna sit here and play a little bit and see if I can get something. But I'm gonna tell you though, you're gonna get a little bit of everything. So you're gonna have to be patient. Yes, it will catch fish, I just can't tell you exactly what fish it's gonna catch. So a lot of times I'm gonna use this in deeper water. I'll use it in 20 plus feet, like on Lake Geneva. The smallmouth absolutely love it. They actually call it smallmouth candy. But like I said, everybody's knocking this thing off because it's become an absolute game changer. But instead of going to buy the big companies' baits, why don't you go help, a smaller business? And I'll be honest with you, when I did the tournament, I used one bait the whole tournament. It caught me a ton of fish. It never broke apart. He uses a really good plastic. He's got a bunch of colors. Let's give him some business. And he sells them for basically half the price you would get them at any of the Japanese baits or any of the other baits. You get 5 for $10 in any colors you want. So give him some business. He's over here a couple aisles down. It's called Blind Guy Baits. But I'm going to tell you right now, this is a game changer, and it's great because most of the time fishing is tough, and I needed something in my back pocket. And what's horrible now is I've told you all about it, so the likelihood of me winning next year is probably slim to none. But I'm okay with it because I like teaching you guys. So here's the thing, I'm come down, I'm gonna answer any questions, and I'm gonna have the baits close by so you guys can see. And then you young lady and I want to give you guys a jig, and who else do I owe a jig to? Somebody over here. Whoever I owe you a jig to, come see me, and I'm gonna answer questions right now. So you guys just stay seated, and I'm gonna answer any questions you guys have, because I can't hear you while I'm up here. That's okay. Thank you, sir.